Let's talk about money. Ooh, am I really going there? Yeah, let's talk about money. So many things that come up for me when I think about money. It's such a powerful energy that comes behind that word. And I'm sure as you're watching this video, maybe you're already formulating connotations about what does this word mean? What is this video going to be about? And I'm sure there's already so many kind of filters and ideas and beliefs that you have around what this thing money really is about. Some of this video, what I might say, will be maybe really common sense, but I believe there's a difference between common sense and common practice. And I also love that, that old school saying, knowledge is power, right? And if you've watched any of my stuff before, you may have heard me say, knowledge isn't power. It's only power when it's applied. So there's going to inevitably be some things in this video which I say which you've heard before. The question you want to ask yourself isn't whether you've heard it before. It's whether you can really look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I congruently living that message? So let's get the fundamental things out the way first, right? Let's get the headline things about money out the way. All money is an exchange of value. All money fundamentally is an exchange of value. Money is just energy and it's neutral. Money is completely neutral. It is just notables with faces of old and dead and deceased people on it. It doesn't have any meaning until we give it meaning. And many of us, I find, give it meaning based on our upbringing. We get given beliefs about what it means because maybe our parents experienced positive or negative associations and then made the decision that that's what money is. So because we wanted to stay in rapport with our parents, we modeled that and we took those beliefs on. So if our parents had negative beliefs around money doesn't grow on trees. It's actually from a cotton bush, which irony being that kind of is a tree. If we had a belief that money is the root of all evil, if we have a belief that, money should be saved and that we should work hard for money, then that's what we'll do. That's what we'll model. Until we become aware and recognize that those are just fundamentally beliefs and that those beliefs don't mean that they're true. Joe Dispenza says, just because I have a thought doesn't mean it's true. He actually said in a video that one of the most profound things he's ever learned in his life was that. He said, probably the most profound thing I've ever learned, this is Joe Dispenza, is realizing that just because I have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Isn't that powerful? The reason why most people don't have the courage to challenge their beliefs is because they're so ingrained in their identity that if their core beliefs get challenged either by themselves internally or externally, their whole reality will have to change. Like, so for example, money's the root of all evil. If that person that says that and has lived by that meets an absolutely incredible, heart-centered millionaire, they'll always be guarded. They'll always think there must be some hidden agenda with that person because of the belief. So the first thing that we've got to do with money and with anything really is we've got to question our beliefs. So like anything I say in this video is neither true nor false. It's just belief. What I've recognized in my own life is that for me to earn more money, I had to change my beliefs. So like I used to have a belief that money was hard to earn because my mum worked 3 jobs and she never had any money. It was also interesting to me that my mum was, in one of her jobs, she was an aerobics instructor, so she was doing really good things for people, but she still didn't have any money. So I was kind of like, well, so my mum's doing good for people, but she doesn't have money. So do I need to do bad for people? Do I need to do bad things? And I didn't do bad things, but it was just a question in my mind, like, Well, if my mum does good and doesn't have money, I thought as a kid that if you're just a good person, you'll get money. And obviously that's not the case, right? For many people. And so when you realize that money is just energy, and that trying to hold on to it, I just was listening to the radio and there was a lady on the radio that's won £1 million. And as I turned off the radio to get prepared for this video, I did a prayer. I basically prayed. I'm a Christian. And I did a prayer, and whether you're Christian, whether you're religious or not, the prayer was very much like, hey, God, please make sure that person does good with that money, that they nurture it, that they grow it, that they get more of it. Not because they need more, but because they make a point of investing it in things that add more value to the world. And by helping more other people get more money, they get more money. And again, not because they or the other people need it, but because if it is energy, help them to find a way to reinvest that money in a way that adds value and helps people. And then help them to just keep doing that and keep passing that on and spreading that like an epidemic. Right? So for me, one of the fundamental things that's changed my life is realizing that actually, if money is just energy, comes in, it goes out, it comes in, it goes out, then whenever I've got money, what I need to do is I need to look at thinking about how can I reinvest it. That doesn't mean spend it. I spend it too, but how can I reinvest my money in a way that will add more value to other people? So one of the things that really changed my life from a business point of view was when I started learning about marketing and I started learning about advertising. Because initially my coaching was all organic and I was doing okay. I was making a few £1,000s a month. And then when I started learning about advertising and marketing and realizing I could reach more people when I understand how to market properly, I started to see it as a game. How much money can I invest in marketing? Wow, I started to look like, wow, if I invest that much money in advertising, I can reach so many more people. And actually, if I put, let's pretend, if I put £1 in to the advertising machine, once I know how it works, and £3 comes back, then what that actually means is more people are now getting to learn what I do. So for example, I do life coach training. Many of you may know that. And because I really believe in my model and what I do, and I know that it works, and we've got hundreds of great 5-star Google reviews, I feel like I've got a responsibility to get more people in the world to know that it's out there. So for me, reinvesting in advertising means I can reach more people. It means more people can become certified through our life coach methodology, which means more people get the opportunity to coach. And then those people get to coach people that need the help. And then they have a knock-on effect because the people that they coach then have better relationships with their parents, with their kids, and so on and so on. It's just like an ongoing thing, right? So I want more money because the vast majority of it I'm using to reinvest in advertising to reach more people so I can help more people. It's like that saying, what is it? Teach a man to fish, you'll feed him for a day. Give a man a fish, you'll feed. I never get that right. Give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime. So it's now about me giving people the skills to generate their own money, their own wealth. And lo and behold, I was doing a few £1,000s a month as a coach. And then, last couple of years, it's like £750,000, right? And I tell you that not to brag or to impress you, but to impress upon the fact that I stopped thinking about getting money. And I started thinking about how can I build a business that reaches more people? Because I have a fundamental core belief that coaching really, really can change the world. Because the purpose of these videos is to get you to question the way you think. Coaching gets people to question the way they think. All coaching is another person holding a mirror to allow a person to go introspectively inside themselves to think about the meaning that they give in their life. That's all coaching is. So I look in, I'm parked up in the estate where I live, and I think about if everybody in this area had a coach for 12 months, how different might their life be? Some people, it might not be different. They might not apply because at the end of the day, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. People have got to apply the change. But I'm sure there would be people here that would definitely experience a change. Coaching has had a huge impact on my life, and if you're in my community, it's probably had a huge impact on yours too. So I have a fundamental core belief. By the way, I'm not like coaching is the only way, but it's my way. It's like it's my art. It's my way of expressing myself and helping other people to help other people, right? So here's some fundamental things I want to kind of finish on about money. If you focus on getting more money, it will always be hard. If you focus on giving and adding more value to people, it will come a lot easier. Don't focus on getting money. Focus on giving. Focus on adding more value. Tony Robbins says, like, the person who adds the most value in the marketplace will own the marketplace. Add more value than anybody else can, and your needs will be met. It may not come directly, but it will come back. I truly believe anytime I've ever done something good without hidden agenda, like, you can't do something good, then wait, okay, universe, I just did something good. Where's my reward? Waiting for like your box of money to fall out of the sky, right? It doesn't work like that. But when you do good, fundamentally, when you do good, the universe will repay you. It will come back round. It's just like the law of reciprocity. If you do good for someone else and you did it without any expectation, it probably either comes back from them or it comes back from somebody else. It's just the way the world works. And people want to give to people that add value. Like, coaches sometimes say to me, I've done loads of trailer calls, that's our discovery call, and I didn't get sales. And I'm like, well, if you're focused on the sale, that's why you didn't get the sale. Don't focus on the sale, focus on the service and making a difference. Don't even think about the sale. You shouldn't be thinking about the sale. That's like going on a date and being like, oh, I hope they have a second, I really hope she wants a second date with me. If you're thinking about that during the date, they're not going to want a second date. If you're present, like fully present on that date, they're going to want a second date. So focus on giving. A good friend of mine, Greg Secker, just to finish off, says, money only amplifies what you already are. So if you're already a good person, you'll be an even better person. If you're not a good person, you won't be a good person. You'll be even more greedy and even more selfish, right? He's a multi-millionaire, and he's been a giving person since before he was a millionaire. He has offices in the Philippines, and a few years ago there was a typhoon and it wiped out a village, and some of the workers from his office lived in the village, and he raised a fund to rebuild the village with a typhoon water infrastructure under the bottom. Beautiful, man. Beautiful thing to do, right? I want to be rich, like really rich, so I can do things like that. Because I just think that's, but I want to stress, don't wait until like you have that to give. Like, we have an organization called Medical Relief International that we give to. And sometimes it's maybe, £100 a month, £500 a month. Like, it's not always a lot, but it's our way of giving whatever we can to help them. And it's funny, things always come back round. Every time I give, there seems to be someone comes towards our programs. It's funny, but I don't do it for that reason. If I did it for that reason, it wouldn't come. Yeah. Interesting take on money for you. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts. Love to hear. Anyway, that's it. Peace out. I'm out. Have a great day. See you soon. Take care.